I would say the CEQA reforms have come up in a lot of conversations with my clients, asking what projects are now exempt or streamlined with the new reforms, or how does this change my site selection strategy, or how much does this shorten my timelines?
What I really see is reduction in time and then less exposure to public scrutiny. Obviously, you're still going to get some pushback from neighbors, but if they don't really have a mechanism like a public hearing or a CEQA review process where they can formally submit complaints, well, then it's a lot harder for them to challenge a project.
Yeah, exactly. I think that it's been abused by a lot of groups. This was supposed to protect the environment, but it's just been a weapon that a lot of groups have used to stop development because they just don't like it. They just don't want it. So it really hasn't really fulfilled the mission to kind of protect our environment. Can you talk, I'm just curious about the narrow miss, streamlining and reusing old EIRs. Like, how do those work?
Well, the narrow miss is probably, I think, the most important. There are projects that would be exempt from CEQA except for one issue. The most recent reforms basically required local governments to limit the CEQA review only to those particular things rather than opening it up. You've got 20 different environmental factors that you normally have to review a project for. If you have to open yourself up to a discretionary review, somebody could say it is or require more research or documentation. And I think that the more that we reduce the amount of review and scrutiny to only those things that really matter, something like a housing project that could be delayed for 5 to 10 years gets done a lot faster in 2 years or 3 years because they don't have to do as much review.
Yeah, it's extremely challenging to be a developer and take huge risks when you're kind of facing this uncertainty and time delays and additional costs. I've seen a lot more interest now in development. More investors and capital partners and even some REITs are kind of eyeing California again for development because of this reforms.